Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Scouts podcast. My name's Rob. I'm with Dan and Scott.
Hello.
Ahoy.
Mr. Hot Take and Sports Center. Today we're gonna do a quick breakdown. All 32 teams, one guy we like per team, and just to give a quick breakdown on these guys. And also, so we're in a IDP league, and so it's going to be either defense or offense. It might not necessarily be offense. Mostly offense probably, but there might be some defensive players there for those that are in IDP leagues as well. So just off the top of our heads, no notes, nothing like that. Guys we like. So Dan, what division we starting with?
Let's get here new. We're going to go NFC West, Seattle Seahawks.
Seahawks. All right. My guy off the top, I'll go DK Metcalf. I'm really high on him. Second round pick. Absolutely DK. Scott?
Yeah, Seattle doesn't have a ton of them. I mean, a lot of teams have a ton of them. So the guy that I'm looking at is IDP middle linebacker legend Bobby Wagner. You know, he's always been one of the strongest linebackers in the NFL. I've had good luck with older linebackers. One of the things that's gone well for me over the course of the fantasy football career. So Bobby Wagner is definitely a guy that you could be looking at eventually in the draft at some point.
Dan?
We'll round it out with running back Chris Carson, getting him at good value in round 3, and he's going to expected to tote the rock as always. So let's go on down to the Los Angeles Rams.
Honorable mention, Jamal Adams, absolutely.
Oh, I forgot about I feel really stupid now. I'm sorry, everyone. I should have mentioned Jamal Adams. Like I said, this really is off the top of our heads.
Exactly.
I just completely blanked. He's been gone all offseason. Finally signed that contract. Yeah. He is back and ready to roll, and you better believe he's at the top of my draft board.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, LA Rams off the top. Let's see here. I'm going to go with Taylor Rapp, DB, for the Rams. I really like him. Last year he shared some snaps with another guy, but and also John Johnson's in Cleveland as well. So Taylor Rapp's my guy.
All right, I'm going with my boy, the Rams, yes. Bobby Trees, going to be WR1 this year. You heard it here first.
Good pick.
Yeah,
Robert Woods, that is Bobby Trees.
If anyone for the IDP truthers, I'm not sure if he's going to be playing. He still sees on the IR, so I'm not sure. But inside linebacker, middle linebacker, Micah Kaiser, he's had some ups and downs over some time. So if he's back, he's a great depth guy or something. I would grab him if I could. And, honorable mention Cooper Kupp. Obviously, I could have mentioned him because he's a G, but I was looking at Micah Kaiser for the middle linebacker.
Who's next, Dan?
All right, next on the list, we got the Arizona Cardinals.
Arizona, gotta go
loaded.
Gotta go with Kyler Murray. Really high on him. One of my top quarterbacks. I won't go with Mahomes because he's going too early. But after Mahomes goes, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray's my guy.
Yeah, I'm keeping a theme going for the time being here. Middle linebacker. Don't be fooled by the depth chart. Zaven Collins is the real deal. He's a tackle machine. He's going to make a big difference for this Arizona defense, and you're going to notice him out there. He's already been turning a lot of eyes in preseason. Yeah.
Also, don't forget about the heart of the defense, and that's Budda Baker.
Good pick.
I did it again.
You did it again.
Good
Guys,
pick.
I love these safeties, and they're at the top of my board, and I keep messing up, but, forgive us for this.
It's a freestyle episode.
Yeah. Let's close out the NFC West and see if Scott does it again. We're going with the San Francisco 49ers.
All right, 49ers. Let's see here. I'll go with Fred Warner. I think he's put up monster tackle numbers, and I think he does it again this year. I like Fred Warner.
I'm gonna stick with my guy Brandon Ayuk. This guy's up for a monster season. If you get him and Woods, you're looking at potentially the WR1 and WR2 in fantasy football.
Solid. Woods and Ayuk, I like it.
Yeah, I spent tons of time gushing about George Kittle, and that won't change here. I'm a big Kittle truther. I love the guy, and just expect him to have a great season. The numbers be damned,
Yeah.
All right, on to the NFC South. We got the New Orleans Saints. Who dat nation?
New Orleans Saints. Let's see here. I'll go with Demario Davis. I just think he's consistent. He plays all the time, 100% snap count. Demario Davis is the guy you want on the Saints defense. I like him, tackle machine.
If you're looking for a quarterback, look no farther than former number 1 overall pick Jameis Winston. It appears that he has won that job, and he's going to put up monster yards with Sean Payton.
Yeah, it's probably a crime that we have talked very little about Alvin Kamara on this podcast. I think it's just that with the quarterback change and a little bit of uncertainties, we haven't quite got to him. But Alvin Kamara could be the first overall pick of a fantasy draft, and I would not have a problem with anyone that wanted to do that.
I think a lot of people would agree with you who had him on their team last year and won
so
a
apologies
championship.
for us not getting around him very often.
6 touchdowns.
They also have a brand new middle linebacker rookie, Pete Warner, that I'm keeping my eye on. Apparently this guy's really good. I've just been keeping my eye on him. Not much to say about him, but looking at him. Yep.
Sounds good.
Defending champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who you got, Rob?
I got Devin White. This guy will win you a championship straight up. You might have to be the first guy to draft a defensive player. It's going to be him or Leonard. But I highly recommend taking Devin White. This guy will lead you to the championship. 100%.
Looking at, again, safety Antoine Winfield Jr.
I like him. Yeah.
Believe it or not, I've been keeping an eye on Leonard Fournette, your superstar running back, just to see how he's looking, how the system is going, what they're doing with him. Not much to report. Not really sure what's going on. But keeping an eye on Leonard Fournette, still really intrigued to see if his career resurgence happens, maybe even this year on Tampa.
I like him more than Ronald Jones.
Me too.
All right, down to the Carolina
So I
Panthers.
mentioned him.
The Panthers, my guy, Christian McCaffrey. We did draft lotteries. I run 2 leagues. Some way, somehow, I came up with the first pick overall in both. So I'm all in on Christian McCaffrey. That's my guy. 100%. Let's go.
Let's go.
Jeremy Chin.
I like him.
Guy is a freak.
DB.
Yeah.
He's in the box a lot. Lot of tackles. He had some big games last year.
Returns touchdowns. He's a better running back than Todd Gurley.
I love Jeremy Chin. Scott?
Yeah, I haven't been a big fan of this guy through his college career for reasons that don't have to do with football. But keep an eye on this Chubba Hubbard backup running back on Carolina. If anything does happen to McCaffrey, Rob's going to want to have this guy on his roster
You're
as a good handcuff, just because this guy had a good preseason game. So I'm going to assume that he does have some game to transition. And
let's hope we don't see any Chubba Hubbard this year.
Yes. But off the top of my head, I was just noticing he's on this team, and he was a guy worth mentioning because Dan took. People are gonna think I hate cornerbacks or safeties. They kept missing them, but I love Jeremy Chin too.
Love him. Yeah.
All right, to the bottom of the basement we go. The Dirty Birds, Atlanta Falcons.
I'm gonna go with Cal Pitts. There's a lot of unknown there.
We want to see what he looks like,
but
they've kept him protected too much. No preseason for Kyle Pitts. Really upset.
I know he's going pretty high, but I like the Cal Pitts pick.
His ADP's gone down though because we've seen 0 snaps from him. This is bullshit. I don't know why they're protected. Come on, guys, we need to see him.
Yeah, absolutely. If you need a middle linebacker, look no further than Deion Jones.
Solid.
He's in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Defense, and he'll get you some tackles.
Yeah, everyone knows who Calvin Ridley is and what he's about. It's a big test for him now to be out of the big shoes and long shadow of Julio Jones, but he's there, and we're gonna see what he can do, and everyone's interested to get a piece of him.
All right,
I love the Ridley pick. Get this, I got him in the start of the 3rd round in my 10-man league.
Wow.
He fell to me.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
He is going somewhere around there unless someone reaches. I don't think we'll see him.
Second round.
Yeah, I don't think
He's
we'll
gonna
see
go
him.
in the
I don't
second
think we'll
round.
see him at ours.
That's it. It's good value right there. On to the NFC East or the least. Washington football team. Not a whole lot to like here. I'm gonna go with Antonio Gibson. He's the only guy on that team that can move the ball.
Really talked about player on our podcast. We have a lot to say about Gibson, so it's not a bad pick.
I love Terry McLaurin. I think he's a 2nd-round pick, and I think you take him. Scott?
Yeah, I am not 100% sure that there is any more fantasy gold to be had on this team that I want to endorse, to be honest with you. I'm looking at their defense right now. I will mention this, that Chase Young is an absolute sack monster, and there will be a week where you play him and feel really good about it. Yeah. So I will not do a disservice to Chase Young.
He's on my board. I like Chase Young, and he might be on my team.
Also, shout out to the rookie linebacker. I believe his name is Jermaine Davis. He's an up and comer.
Sounds good.
On to the New York Giants, and you gotta look at Kenny Golladay, even if he is hurt, because this guy's a big play.
Still keeping an eye on him. I'm waiting for some good information that will give me some faith. I don't know what to think about him. but everyone's keeping their eye on Kenny Golladay.
I don't know. He's
Yeah,
had
it's not-
injuries
it's
in the
not great.
past.
Yeah.
He didn't
He
play
burned
much.
you really bad last year.
He
I
didn't play
believe,
much
right?
last year. My
Yeah.
guy is Darius Slayton. I think he's going to be the guy. And you know that might be a deep sleeper, but I really like Darius Slayton.
Yeah. You know, they do have a good linebacker in Blake Martinez. He's not the flashiest. I see he's on the IR right now, so I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he's been a tackle monster ever since his Green Bay days. So if
Yeah.
you're an IDP, he's always been a reliable source of tackles for what it's worth.
All right, on to the Dallas Cowboys, and I think everybody can agree that the fantasy community loving CeeDee Lamb and his potential this year.
Yeah, so CeeDee Lamb is my guy for sure. I say avoid the linebackers in Dallas, and I go. There's a lot of hype with CeeDee Lamb, and that's my guy right there.
Well, I actually will hype up one of the linebackers. I'm not sure if you've been keeping tabs on him, but Micah Parsons is a freak of nature.
Yeah.
This guy is He is pushed the other two so far back that they can't even collect his cleats.
And that's why I said avoid them
Yeah.
is because there's Leighton Vander Esch.
But
and
they
Jalen
really
Smith
like
as
him.
well.
They've been giving him all the reps. He's taken over as the number one
Yeah.
for sure. I've been watching a lot of his tape, and it's been really impressive.
Hard Knocks.
No, just actual games.
Yeah.
I've been watching him in the games he's been
Yeah.
playing. He's been hitting everything that moves. He's going to be an elite middle linebacker for Dallas.
All right.
All right, on to the Philadelphia Eagles. Who you got, Rob?
Oh my God, Philadelphia. I'm gonna go with
Philly hater.
Alex Singleton.
That's a great pick.
yeah.
Yeah,
Great
I
pick.
talked about him on
Love
one of
him.
our first IDP episodes. I talked about Singleton.
Yeah, big fan of Alex
Yeah,
Singleton.
almost retired. Went to the CFL.
Wow.
Came back, and now he's the middle
Solid
linebacker for the Eagles. Yeah.
Big things.
Good pick.
Guy, who you guys got?
I got the quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Guy's a big play waiting to happen if he can harness that arm of his.
Yeah, I've been keeping tabs on Miles Sanders. I've actually been pretty high on him. He's a guy that I have been targeting, looking at it in our range. He has been falling to me. I don't know what this nonsense about Boston Scott is. He's been a nobody for a long time. No. He's not gonna chew into Miles Sanders. I don't care what the television tells me.
Miles Sanders is their guy.
Yeah, so I've been looking at him.
All right, NFC North. Here we go. Green Bay Packers.
Aaron Jones, 100%. Aaron Jones. You have a late first round pick. That's your guy.
All right, and if you're looking for a quarterback a little bit later, take the King of the North. Take Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not sure how late you think he's going though. Rodgers' ADP has been pretty healthy this offseason.
I love the Aaron Rodgers pick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I hate to keep handcuffing Rob's running backs because I know that he loves Aaron Jones as well. But AJ Dillon has been getting a lot of hype as a guy that could really step in if given the chance, and keeping an eye on him for that type of late pick just because.
I don't disagree with that. I think AJ Dillon's a stud, but now you need an injury to Aaron Jones.
Yes, it's not like you can reach on AJ Dillon thinking you're going to get week one production because of the situation.
Being a Packer fan, I can tell you that is more probable than not that you will see an Aaron Jones injury. But anyway, on to the Bears. Bears.
Justin Fields. He probably won't start week one, but I think when he's handed the ball and he's under center, I think that guy is going to be a fantasy value.
You're going to be looking at the linebacker one this year, Roquan Smith, in the middle of the Bears defense.
Love it.
Yeah, another just like Miles Sanders, I'm looking at David Montgomery. I guess the injury was a nothing burger. He has no tag. We've seen no updates.
He's good, yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's just fine to go. So with that in mind, I am drafting Montgomery happily as early as I can because I need to fill out that running back, and he's a guy that I like.
Love him. I love him.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to Allen Robinson, who's on that team, and he's a great guy. I was picking Montgomery.
Now, how about the new man on the Minnesota Vikings?
I'm not going to go with the obvious Justin Jefferson pick because I do love him. I'm going with the Irv Smith Jr. pick. Tight end. I think this guy is going to have a big year. You can get him late. Don't wait too long because you're going to want him. Irv Smith, my guy.
Let's go. I can't go the team doctor, so I'm just gonna go with Kirk Cousins. The team doctor is gonna be benching everybody because of me.
Kirk Cousins.
That's
your guy? All right.
It's gonna be the year that he puts it all together.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we would be doing a disservice to Dalvin Cook if we didn't mention that he's on this team. He's one of the highest scoring per touch running backs in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's when he plays, he's an absolute destroyer of fantasy.
Yeah.
I don't really have things bad
Good
to say
pick.
about him.
No,
You know,
for sure.
If I was a smarter man, I'd probably draft him. But me and running backs were like oil and water. We just don't go well together. So I mean, some lucky guy's gonna get him behind me. Dalvin Cook is an absolute fantasy machine.
Good pick. Good
All
pick.
right, on to the team that are deemed cannibals because they want to bite kneecaps off, and that's the Detroit Lions.
I'll go with Amare St. Brown, rookie wideout. Not too many names off the top of my head here for the Lions.
Thin team.
So,
Very thin.
You know, I'm not sure where he is on the depth chart, but there's a lot of hype behind this guy.
Second right now. He's WR1 behind Brashad Perryman. Who the hell is Brashad Perryman, right?
Ravens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my guy.
Yep.
All right,
Amari St. Brown.
but let's go Swift. He's coming back. He's starting to bring it up a little bit in practice, and if you're looking for a running back too.
Yeah, this is weird. Swift has no injury tag on this site, but we know that he's questionable for week 1 now.
Absolutely.
And that really pisses me off. Swift just got told today that he's questionable for week 1. With that in mind, I don't think I can draft him over Montgomery or Sanders. I'm really worried. We talked about this many times. Really worried about it. Still really like him. Keeping an eye on him, but a lot of uncertainty around Swift's availability.
So
For me,
yeah.
for anyone that misses out on the Waller Kittle that I have, I would have T.J. Hawkinson ranked right behind them.
Okay.
T.J. Hawkinson was to tight end 4 last year. Could easily crack the tight end 3. He is a quality tight end. I don't know what him and Wentz's rapport is, but he's definitely worth mentioning.
Goff. You mean Goff.
Geez,
Jared
Wentz.
Goff. Yeah.
Jared Goff.
So
he's worth mentioning.
You mentioned DeAndre Swift with the questionable tag. One guy I should have mentioned is Jamal Williams. That's another good one.
Yeah.
that like
I
on
mean,
that
listen,
team.
we talked about it a lot, but if he goes down or if he can't play, Jamal Williams is someone's gonna get this guy really late in the draft because there's so much uncertainty. I'm not looking to target him, and yeah.
All right, now on to the American Football Conference. We got the AFC South, the Tennessee Titans.
I mean, I'll go Derrick Henry. You know, if you got a top 3 pick, Derrick Henry.
It's short and simple. The guy's a beast.
Yeah.
I'm really liking Josh Reynolds here. You know, he's the only receiver that practices. It's gonna be Tannehill's guy.
Yeah, there hasn't been a ton of IDP gems on this team. I haven't really seen
Jayon Brown.
Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, it's nothing that I'm definitively saying. So with that in mind, I will say that we talked about it in length on an earlier episode. You could target Julio at a pretty good price right now. If AJ Brown is going to be banged up or whatnot, maybe Julio will give you a little something. It's hard to say, but he's not being overdrafted as of right now. So
I like it.
Mention the old Julio.
Yeah. All right, down to the Indianapolis Colts. Who we got?
Darius Leonard. This guy is a monster. You're gonna have to. He's gonna be going with Devin
The
White
second guy off the board,
as
no
the
doubt.
1-2 linebackers.
It'd be
Darius
shocking
Leonard.
if he wasn't the second.
That's my guy.
You gotta be looking at Jonathan Taylor as a first round pick. His ADP starting to slide, but it looks like it's starting to stabilize with the news that Wentz and Quentin Nelson are both ready to go for week 1.
Nice.
Yeah, we talked about this guy a lot and his uncertainty. Now you're going to probably get him at the end of the draft. And that's, Carson Wentz, who's really excited to be there. He's back. He's practicing already. He's just really eager to get out there. He says he's pretty much locked to play week 1. I mean, whether he is or not, we're mentioning him because he wants to prove Philly wrong. So, I mean, I'm going to be interested to see how he performs on Indy.
There you go.
All right, the dumpster fire known as the Houston Texans.
Some people might not like this pick, but Deshaun Watson.
He was going to be my pick too, so don't feel bad, buddy.
There's potential that he plays, right? And if he does, you can get this guy late in your draft, and it would be a steal if this guy plays this year.
If we can keep the secret down for a little longer, it's starting to look more and more like he will play. I mean, things could change quick, but right now he's still there.
You want him run by someone else?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I was just saying
for it.
that was a great pick. Yeah, I mean, listen, Zach Cunningham, who I wasn't even sure who he was on my own team until Matt Ciasson took him, and then the guy led the league in tackles by like a mile. So this is like the one good player on this team. He should be like the king of Houston. He should be like running their meetings and telling them what's what, because they don't have any other good pieces on this team. Zach Cunningham
monster,
is a tackle monster and IDP.
All right, and we're going to close that out with Nico Collins, wide receiver, big body, and he's going to be the guy that they're going to be looking for in the red zone. Now we're going to move on to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who just named their starting quarterback today.
I know that you guys, one of you two guys is going to mention wideout in Jacksonville, so I'm going to go with Miles Jack, middle linebacker. And
Got the job back now that Schobert's gone.
Joe Schobert's in Pittsburgh. I think Miles Jack has a solid year.
Yeah.
Let's go DJ Chark, although we
There you
haven't
go.
seen a lot
That's
of him.
the guy.
But somebody has to catch the ball from Trevor Lawrence because that thing's coming out quick.
I think that's a good sleeper pick.
Yeah, no idea where James Robinson's stock is going to go now. It's obviously going to skyrocket. You're obviously very interested in getting this guy now that ATN is done, and we've seen this guy do the 1,000-yard
Yeah.
season. I would have said Trevor Lawrence because I have a very big fanboy man crush on Trevor Lawrence, but James Robinson for fantasy is the guy that we need to be looking at because running backs are few and far between at some point in the draft, and he might still come at a slight discount. Well, he will because he's going under some of these other guys, but not too much anymore. He's going to go way up the board.
Right now, he's going bottom of the 4th round.
Yeah, well, that's what I expected.
AFC East, the Buffalo Bills, Bills Mafia. Who
No
we got?
one circles the wagons
Like the Buffalo
like the
Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
As soon as Patrick Mahomes gets drafted, you want to take Josh Allen. This guy is going to be worth that high pick. I think Josh Allen is a great pick, and you want him on your team.
Yeah, he's got a bit of the Baker thing, but in a good way. He doesn't really need to lock on anyone. Like if Diggs isn't getting all the targets, he still finds a way to spread the ball around, to run the ball around. He's not necessary to need the guy to do it. He does it himself. So
Great rusher as well.
Yeah.
Manuel Sanders. He's in Buffalo now, and reports are he's looking good, and
Good.
they need somebody opposite Stephon Diggs.
Good.
Yeah, my guy, another middle linebacker, but I love Traymon Edmonds, man. He was so young when he came into the league. He's really starting to establish
I know you
himself.
like him,
Yeah, he's still very young. He was the youngest player in the NFL in his draft year when he played. So,
You've had him a couple times.
I got him off the waiver wire a lot but Traymon Edmonds, boys.
All right,
Yeah.
Miami. We're going to the Dolphins.
I'm in
man.
Miami, bitch.
I'm gonna go with Miles Gaskins. I think that people are talking about running back by committee with Salvin Ahmed and stuff. No.
I haven't bought it either. You know, they
Gaskins is
keep
the guy.
talking down Gaskins, and I have not been buying into this. I like Ahmad, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
they've been really just disrespecting him, and I'm not really sure why.
He had a good preseason game last game.
Yeah.
You gotta take Tua's top dog, and that's Jalen Waddle. He's looking sharp, and he probably has the best potential
Yeah.
of all these rookie wide receivers coming in this year.
Chemistry's there.
Yeah, I was actually looking at Waddle, believe it or not. So this was like the version of fantasy where you get dinged right before you make your pick. Look, I'll make it simple though. If you really are waiting just deep on tight end, you could take a chance on Mike Gesicki. We've seen the good from him. We've seen the multiple touchdown games. So there's something there. Gesicki's really coming to his own. He should be fine.
All right, New England Patriots.
Damian Harris, right? That's his name.
Yep.
Running back out of New England, and they just traded Sony Michel to
Get him out
the
of
Rams.
there. Get him out of there.
I know there's another guy there, but
I'm going to talk about him. So
Damian
that's
Williams
okay.
is the guy.
Yeah.
And not to be forgotten, the heart and soul of their defense that didn't play last year. They did lose him to COVID, but Dante Hightower's back.
There you go.
Yeah, like you said, New England's the kind of team like they can run more than one running back. They're just such a group of guys. So maybe this guy will get some play early on. We'll see. But rookie sensation, preseason MVP, Ramondre Stevenson has really caught my eye. This guy's a bowling ball. He seems to have some serious game, and I'm really keeping my eye on Ramondre Stevenson.
There you go.
Close out the AFC East, New York Football Jets.
I'll go with Corey Davis. I think he's going to be the guy, the number one guy, and I really like him. Going to look to draft Corey Davis a little bit later, but that's the guy right there.
Yeah, I'm hoping, targeting the IDP side here, that maybe my boy CJ Mosley flies under the radar.
I was
little
hoping
bit.
you mentioned
coming
him.
back after a long layoff, but you know what? He's played in preseason and he's looked really good doing it. And you can't put a price on the guy playing preseason and actually being invested. He looks like he wants to be there.
Yeah.
The defense is taking a beating right now in injuries, and he's not backing down. So I'm really happy to see him out there, and I'm hoping that he could be a part of my team.
Yeah.
This one, maybe not a popular pick now, but Michael Carter, the running back.
Yeah.
Don't be confused because the New York Jets, they also drafted a rookie safety named Michael Carter.
Did they really?
They did. So make sure that you get...
The second, yeah.
Make sure that you get Michael Carter, the running back.
Yeah.
Also, make sure that you don't draft Lamar Jackson, the corner that they have as well.
For those that don't know, C.J. Mosley opted out last year. That's the only reason why he didn't play.
After getting hurt, but the year before that, he lost the whole season. He played one game.
Yeah.
He had a touchdown for me as a defender, and that was it. He was gone for the whole year. It was heartbreaking. He hasn't been around for a long time.
Baltimore linebacker. He was great. He's
Yeah.
with the Jets now. Solid pick. Love
All
it.
right, from the east we go north, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris. I think you can take this guy
Has
anywhere.
arrived.
Anywhere in the first round,
Yeah.
whether it's 1 or 12, you better hope he's there at 12. Najee Harris.
Yeah, and Deontay Johnson going to be leading that wide receiver core. I know that Claypool is a big play waiting to happen, but Deontay Johnson, a little bit of case of the drops last year, but he's rectified that, and he's going to be making plays in the end zone.
Yeah, this is a loaded team. There's more guys we could talk about, but I'm just gonna nominate, keeping with this middle linebacker shtick. Devin Bush is back. He did have a bad injury, but he's played in the preseason already. There seems to be a tag on his name, but I've seen him play with my own eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in Devin Bush. I have a lot of faith in him. I don't know how him and Joe Schobert are going to operate, so maybe I'll keep an eye on it. But this is a loaded team, and they're looking to really make some noise with Ben Roethlisberger back.
Great defense.
Yeah, they're going to be a pain in the ass.
All right, Baltimore Ravens.
Gonna go with Sammy Watkins. There's some wideouts there. Rashad Bateman, rookie, and Marquise Brown, but both those guys are hurt. And Sammy Watkins is probably hurt too, as I say this, but that's my guy, Sammy Watkins.
I've been driving the bus, so get on the bus with Gus the Bus. Gus Edwards, got to take him.
I was really hoping that Dan was going to take this seriously, so unfortunately there's two guys that I wanted, but I was hoping he would take one of them. The one was the middle linebacker, Patrick Queen. I'm just going to get over him real quick. He had a little bit of a rough season last year. I've been keeping an eye on him. Looks freaking phenomenal this year. Really looks like he's ready to take a step forward. Of course, the guy that I want to mention is J.K. Dobbins, though. He's another guy that I'm really high on. Me and Dan are both high on him. We've been fighting for him in mock drafts, so it's unfortunate there's only one of him. But Patrick Queen is a guy that I really like. On IDP side, J.K. Dobbins is a phenomenal running back that I think is going to arrive this year.
Nice.
All right, down to the Brownies, Cleveland.
I'll just go with. I know you guys want to talk about one of the running backs. I'll go with Baker Mayfield. I think that's not a bad pick late in your draft.
Well, they definitely stabilized their defense by bringing over middle linebacker from the Colts, Anthony Walker, who had a great season alongside Darius Leonard. So now he finally gets his own unit.
Yeah, everyone knows what the running backs are. I think Rob thought we were going to go that way. I'm actually going to swerve, though. I have an addiction, if anyone that knows me, an addiction to Odell Beckham Jr. It's a real problem that took me a long time to get over. Be able as a man, I'm keeping an eye on him right now. I just want to see. He's looked pretty good. I've seen him practice. I've seen him running routes. I don't know if he's going to ever be the same guy that we saw as the superstar sensation in New York. But I'm keeping an eye on him. We know what the running backs are like in this at this point. Yeah. I'm not really interested in Kareem Hunt too much just because his ADP has been insanely
Chubb was the guy
pushed
I was
up.
referring to.
Yeah, and we all know who Chubb is, so this is no disrespect to him. I'm just saying, with
OBJ.
an eye on OBJ, I'm looking to see if Mr. Superstar, where he's at in his career.
Could be a sleeper pick.
Yeah.
All right, Cincinnati Bengals round out the division.
I really like T. Higgins. Him and Jamar Chase are going around the same ADP. If you have the option, 100% T. Higgins is the guy you want to take.
You're getting Tyler Boyd for free, so you may as well take him. All these receivers are viable. So
there's this really upsetting situation that I've been seeing in mock drafts lately where Joe Mixon is falling all the way to me and Rob at that 2-3 turn. And I'm still like, well, goddamn, I don't really want Joe Mixon. I love Joe Mixon. We've both had bad luck with Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
So there's bad jujus there. It's just tough. I hate this team. I hate this O-line. I know Joe Burrow's a good guy. I'm just mentioning him because it's worth mentioning because we're seeing him slip a little bit. If Joe Mixon was there in the third round, I suppose anyone would be crazy not to take him.
Yeah.
You're going to take him. It's just, man, I wish they took a freaking O-lineman.
Got no choice.
You know?
Yeah, on to the AFC West, the Kansas City Chiefs.
I got a couple names here, but I'll go with Daniel Sorensen, DB, on the defensive side. He had a really good year last year, and he might be someone worth targeting.
I mean, obviously you're going to be taking Patty Mahomes. Should be the first quarterback off the board, so you want to pay the premium. It's Patty Mahomes.
Everyone knows I love Tyreek, and I will be having him, and we'll talk about that when the season starts. But another guy who's been slipping down to our range has been Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't know if that's going to happen on draft day. I think that too many people love Kansas' offense.
Yeah.
Too many people love this team. But that injury, he had a little ankle injury, and that might just be enough to push him down to our range if we get very lucky. That's one of those guys that I'm talking about where I'll have to take him instead of the tight end if the two of them are on the board, because I do not want to let Rob draft him in my face.
I probably would take.
Well, I don't blame you.
Edwards-Helaire.
So Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the guy that I'm keeping my eye on, hoping that ankle injury is not bad. I'm just playing it day by day to
Pretty
see
high on
how
him.
it goes.
Let's hope the injury is okay.
We'll see what happens.
All right, Las Vegas Raiders.
I'm gonna take Scott's guy. I really like Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sleeper pick. I'm telling you.
Quarterback Derek Carr. I mean, this is a gunslinging division, and if Ruggs is going to succeed, he's going to need Derek Carr to be the one to bring him to the promised land.
Yeah, they got a few guys, and we've talked about Waller a lot, but as of right now, Josh Jacobs is still seeing a ADP dip for whatever reason. People are really down on him. The Kenyon Drake being there now, the guy having a bad rap as a workload.
Not sure what it
I'm
is,
not
man.
sure what it is about Josh Jacobs. I took him in his rookie year and had a really good season with him, so I have good jujus with Josh Jacobs, and I'll be keeping an eye on him because, the running backs like this are tough to acquire. So,
All right.
Josh Jacobs,
Los Angeles Chargers.
Shout out to Jonathan Abram, though. One tough son of a bitch at safety for them. He hurts himself too much and he can never stay on the field.
The Chargers. I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert. I think he has a really good year this year.
Yeah, we disagree with Dan on Justin Herbert. I'm not sure why you hate. I think he did something to you. He sent you a mean tweet or something.
I really like Justin Herbert.
I'm going to go with the guy that I'm predicting to win Defensive Player of the Year and lead the league in sacks. It's Joey Bosa.
Nice.
Yeah, Joey Bosa is it's fantasy or not. He is so I'm finally not going to miss one here. I almost did. I almost missed this one. But with all the few safeties that I like, Derwin James has looked like a freaking monster. I do believe this is going to be the year that he breaks the curse, and because he has looked really good in preseason.
Yeah.
I saw him pick off George Kittle. Jimmy Garoppolo in a.
You really like George Kittle?
No. It's because
he's doing everything. He's throwing the ball to
he picked
himself.
off the quarterback, but he jumped in front of George Kittle to do it. I saw it at practice on a video. Yeah, he totally smoked Kittle.
I saw it too.
Yes, and took it back for 99 yards. So I am really high on Derwin James once again.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, deja vu with this guy.
All right, last team in the league, Denver Broncos.
I don't know
Denver Broncos.
I don't know which wide receiver to take, whether it's Judy or Cortland Sutton, but I think one of those two guys is a solid pick. Sutton's coming off the ACL injury. Judy's second year fresh, so you might want to lean towards Judy. But one of those two guys for me.
Well, I'll make it simple for you. Jerry Jeudy is a route runner, and Teddy Bridgewater doesn't throw it over the top, so that's going to be his guy, Jerry Jeudy, operating in the slot. Yeah. But we want to focus on AJ Johnson, the middle of their defense.
Yeah, solid linebacker.
Yeah, I'm a big Jerry Jeudy fan these days. He's really come around on me. I just like a lot about the player. Not that I'm talking about Jerry Jeudy this moment. I just want to back up Dan on that one.
Yeah.
This isn't fantasy relevant per se, but the cornerback that Denver drafted, Patrick Surtain, looks like a real quality elite cornerback.
Absolutely.
This guy is going to get paid one day very soon. He has a pick 6 in the preseason. What is wrong with you?
His dad was a beast for the Dolphins.
I have been very impressed with Patrick Surtain so far in camp.
Absolutely.
The no-fly zone is back in full force in Denver, boys.
That'll be our rapid fire.
It's in his blood, Patrick Surtain. Yeah, absolutely.
No. Identifying this guy early, just as a football player.
One thing I wanted to mention about the Sutton and Judy picks. So I had that option. They were both on the board.
It's tough.
And I took Sutton.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope I don't regret it, but just throwing it out there that I took Sutton over Judy. But it's a really tough call.
It's tough in football. It moves so fast. But
happy to hear that Bridgewater is getting the start though, because I do prefer him over Drew Lock.
Me too. We saw him support 3 wide receivers last year in the offense, so it's doable.
All right, guys, that's it.
All right,
that's it. Thanks for listening.
Rapid fire.
Boom.